Hey Aries, welcome to 2023. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you I started your reading and it stopped recording. So take that as you will. I'm excited to talk to you. In the beginning section of this, where you can't see because it wasn't recording, we were kind of talking about healing and how everything's going pretty good for you. However, there's something kind of annoying. There's something kind of annoying happening. You're doing a lot of healing this year, and this isn't new, okay? You've been healing in major, major ways, and I think a lot of your career is taking off. Okay, money is getting pretty great for you. However, there's something, despite all that's great, is just kind of like a splinter in your foot. Okay, so when you're running and you have a splinter in your foot, as tiny as it could be so small you can barely see it with your eyes. You could be looking right at it and hardly see, like, you can see all the skin around it. But it makes such a large impact in the way you're performing. Okay. It's a really interesting combination, the 5 of coins and the 10 of coins. Okay, we have the Star and the 8 of wands. If you have a business idea, which I know we've talked about in our last few readings, okay, keep going. Even if things don't look the best right now, keep going. But I think right now, with that whole splinter analogy, there's a lot to be said for taking just enough of a rest that you're able to make amends with yourself. Okay, I don't think this is much about anyone else at this point. But when your inner conversations begin to sound like, oh, this isn't working, or maybe I need to be doing something differently, listen to that. Listen to that, because it doesn't mean you need to abandon the entire plan altogether, but there's such major leverage when you assess what needs healed as you continue. And so whereas I know many of you may not want to rest right now, on the 6th, when the full moon is in Cancer, especially for you Aries risings, you're going to find that your home is becoming, or should become, your healing center. Okay, you're looking at your home right now, or will be, treating your home as a healing place. Okay, this is someplace you go to regenerate, and when you leave in the morning for work or whatever, when you come out of your home, you can be on your A game. You don't have to dread anything moving forward because you're rested, you're regenerated. Okay, a lot of you are aligned. A lot of you are aligned with your soul's purpose. Okay, and you are right to continue. There is just something just some things that you need to do. Okay, you're charging your battery up right now. I'm seeing like a low battery on some of you. And there were some pretty positive cards in the first little reading that didn't get recorded. And one of the cards stuck out to me because the rest were so positive, but one stuck out, and it was the Justice in reverse. And that's where the splinter thing came from. The sword, in the Justice card. And whereas I feel you're moving in such a great direction, whatever annoying thing it is, it's really to the point where you can't run, you can't overlook it, you can't outwork it. It just needs your attention. Yeah, it needs your attention. Let's shuffle a little bit more. This full moon will be extremely nurturing. Okay, take advantage of it. I know this card, Seven of Swords. Some of you are feeling like deceived, and be it by someone else, or you may feel as if you're not being honest with yourself fully. That's gonna come to the surface. And when it does, it's important to maintain everything that you can that doesn't require much effort. What do I mean by that? I mean, don't give too much of an emotional reaction to what it is that's surfacing. Okay, an emotional reaction is okay, but it's easily swept away. It's easy to get carried away with that energy when you realize, oh my God, it was this all along, and I should have known better, I should have done this, or I can't believe I didn't see that. Don't do that. Okay, just that's what I'm saying, is don't beat yourself up, don't beat anyone else up. Okay, because the blessing that finally you know what this is now, even if it's not the most pleasant to look at, it's gonna bring you so much. Like, this is your alchemical gold right here. It's interesting, the 6 and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, you may have already left a situation that wasn't the best for you, but a lot of you are still thinking about it and thinking, what's so great about this? Maybe what I had was great. Maybe I didn't make the right decision. Maybe I'm short selling myself. There's a lot of what ifs. What if this happened differently? What if I was different? What if, yeah, a lot of what if energy. And that's where your healing comes into play. Okay, these are the things that are a light is shown on to finally pull out that splinter so you can run like you've been wanting to. Run in a positive way, right? Run with the creativity, the ideas, the spark that you have, and not be afraid of the barriers that were previously set. Okay, how's Aries feeling about this? This also came out in the previous one, Awakening. Okay, I want you and the world also on the bottom of the deck. Okay, So this message is very much aligned with the forever lost message, okay? You're having these beautiful realizations, and do not trick yourself into believing anything less than that. Okay, when things are difficult, when something ugly rears its head, that's when you know you're alchemizing. That's when you know that the pain that you've been working over, the things that you've maybe been pretending like, oh no, I'm fine, it's not that big of a deal, I can do it, I'm strong enough, I'm tough enough, I'm not fazed by this. It's really surfacing, and that's where your healing center becomes so important. And I really see this becoming a part of your life, a theme throughout the year, is you're getting these mechanisms that you can go to that don't involve anyone else, that actually give you the self-recognition, the success, and the ointment you need for this ongoing, annoying feeling to just really dissolve. Okay, and the more you practice that throughout the year, the more it's going to literally shift everything for you in beautiful, beautiful ways. Now, I'm not stereotyping you, Aries, okay? I promise. I have Aries in my 11th house, so the way I engage with other people, I get it. I get it. I know how annoying people can be. You might be annoyed at me just for like the way I'm giving you this message right now. Your outside world will have this sort of pushback. This pushback of, why are you doing things like this? Why aren't you reacting the way I expect you to react? Do you not care about me anymore because you're not behaving, you're not reacting emotionally like I'm used to you reacting, they all say. Well, when you have inner peace, you move in a way that says that you have inner peace. This Five of Wands, this, dare I say it, Aries, I think you're gonna be in this soft girl energy. I think you are. I think you're entering this soft girl stage, and it looks beautiful on you, and absolutely no one thinks less of you. Nobody thinks you're weak. Nobody will think you're losing your edge. Oh, my battery's low. What was I saying earlier? Charge your battery. You can still keep your edge and your, the elements that you love about yourself, and be a lot more kind to yourself. Okay, let's not even, it's really not about other people right now. That's just something that's going to happen by default when you start evolving your routines, your rituals, the way, your boundaries. That's what we're going to talk about, your boundaries. Why did I choose alchemy and audacity as my headline for what I'm doing here? Any platform I have, you're going to see alchemy and audacity. And it's because when you start alchemizing, Okay, taking the pain and turning it into power, which is what you're doing. When you start setting boundaries, when you start realizing this is how I want to be treated, this is how I want to treat myself, this is what I'm not going to do anymore. You know, I'm not going to keep running with a splinter in my foot because other people need me, and and they're all running around with splinters in their feet, so I'm not better than anybody else. So like we are all just, running around with splinters in our feet. Like, no, we're not. We're not. And anybody that's okay with doing that moving forward needs a healthy dose of self-love. Okay? But when you start doing that, that's when you get the pushback. That's when you're like, how ridiculous is that? Like, no, I used to do that, but now that I see I can live in a different way, why would I ever go back? Okay? I see so much for you. If you're questioning if you're on the right path, you absolutely are. The star and the world. This awakening may seem a little shaky, but Aries, a lot of this extra stress, the extra deception, people that just like when you're having an awakening like this, you're gonna notice some inexplainable things and kind of audacious things happen because things are meant to fall apart sometimes. I see your path clearing. I definitely see your path clearing, and I see you carrying the torch moving forward. And I've said it once before, and I will say it again before we go. You are the leader. You are a natural born leader. And people will follow your example once you set that for yourself. Okay, people are going to think you have audacity setting boundaries for yourself because maybe you've never set these kind of boundaries before. No, you have boundaries, but these new ones, you're updating your boundaries. People are going to push back. They're going to think you have audacity. And that's why we're alchemy and audacity here. Because what's happening inside of you is something that the moment you begin to explain it to other people, you're going to fall off. It's a tightrope walk, but let me tell you how imperative and how powerful it is to walk that walk with a torch in your hands. Okay, you are definitely setting an example for a lot of us right now. And if you were having any previous doubts about that, please know that you are so aligned. This is a really powerful month for you. Okay, I think I made my points, Aries. I love you, and we will talk soon. If you're new here, I'm Jaylyn I know I do like a backwards intro every time I record. You can get personal readings from me at gelatotarot.com. Don't click on any of my old videos to find my links. I updated everything. It's gelatotarot.com for personal readings. That's where you can find me. gelatotarology@gmail.com is my email if you need to contact me or have any questions about readings. But I like to think I made it pretty simple for everyone. Okay, Aries, I love you, and we will talk soon. Enjoy your full moon healing and being beautiful.